Hello, my dear friend. Let me start with a question. When did you last look into the mirror and see the real you? Not the version shaped by expectations, fears, or fleeting opinions, but the raw, untamed, unbreakable you. If that moment feels like a distant memory, this video is for you. Because here's the truth. 80% of the people you share your problems with don't care. And the other 20%? They're quietly glad it's not their problem. Painful? Yes. Liberating? Absolutely. Stop waiting for someone to notice your struggles, applaud your efforts, or hand you the key to happiness. Life isn't meant to be fair. It's meant to teach. And every lesson, whether wrapped in joy or pain, is meant for you to learn, grow, and rise higher. Stop looking for the good in everyone. It's a beautiful sentiment, but a wasteful pursuit. Instead, start looking for good people. They're out there, rare and precious. They're not perfect, but their actions align with their words. They show up, they stay, and they support. You don't need a crowd, you need a core. Remember, the more thankful you are, the more you attract things to be thankful for. But don't let gratitude turn into complacency. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a second you're stealing from your own story. Why waste your energy chasing shadows when you could be building your own light? Lie down for people to walk on you, and they will still complain you're not flat enough. Let that sink in. Stop breaking yourself into pieces for those who will never be satisfied. No amount of guilt can change the past. No amount of anxiety can rewrite the future. So focus on the now, because that's where your power lies. People often reveal their true colors when you're no longer useful to them. Don't get angry. Get observant. Every betrayal, every disappointment is a teacher. Some teach you about love, others teach you what to avoid. Either way, don't devalue yourself because someone else didn't value you. Know your worth even if they don't. You can't love someone enough to make them love you back. Love is not a currency to be traded or a debt to be owed. It's a gift freely given, and when it's not reciprocated, walk away. Because staying only sacrifices the one thing you can't afford to lose: yourself. Do what is right for you, because no one else is walking in your shoes. Stop waiting for approval from those who don't understand your path. Every time you let someone else's expectations dictate your actions, you abandon your own journey. Learn to say no. Say it clearly, firmly, and without guilt. The people who guilt you for setting boundaries are the very ones who benefited from your lack of them. You don't owe anyone your time, your energy, or your peace. Protect them fiercely. Here's a question to reflect on. When was the last time you made a decision so big it terrified you? If you haven't, maybe you're playing too small. Playing safe might keep you comfortable, but it won't make you grow. Growth is born in discomfort, in the leap of faith, in the risk of falling. If you've never questioned whether you made the right decision, you haven't taken risks big enough to change your life. The hardest thing and the right thing are often the same. That's the uncomfortable truth no one wants to admit. It's easier to stay stuck, to blame circumstances, or to wait for the perfect time. But here's the kicker. There is no perfect time. There's only now. Some people will never see your worth, no matter how brightly you shine. Don't let that dim your light. Be careful with your words. They can only be forgiven, not forgotten. But even more importantly, be careful with your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your reality, and what you give power to will define you. Happiness isn't something you find in someone else. It's something you build within. If you're not content with yourself, no amount of love, success, or validation from others will fill that void. Learn to be happy alone. When you stop relying on others for your peace, you take back your power. Every situation you face is a lesson. Some are gentle reminders, others are harsh awakenings. If a pattern keeps repeating in your life, stop and ask yourself, what am I not learning? Life doesn't punish, it teaches, and it keeps teaching until you get it. Let go of what's not meant for you. Cut ties with people who drain you, even if it hurts. Some connections are blessings, others are lessons. Learn the difference and act accordingly. You're not responsible for what others expect of you. You're only responsible for becoming the best version of yourself. So stop apologizing for taking up space, for setting boundaries, for choosing yourself. Because the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. Remember this, it's not the people who celebrate you that define your worth. It's the strength you find in your own solitude. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you feel like giving up, come back to this truth. You are the author of your story, and your pen is mightier than anything life can throw at you. Now go, write a chapter so bold that even your fears will stand in awe.